Alright, so basically right now, what I'm doing is I'm spraying everything with some PB Blaster. All the bolts, all the nuts, everything. And just so when I start tearing it down, I don't have to worry about it. So, that's basically what I'm doing right now. Just getting everything. Every bolt I see, I'm spraying. Let it sit for a little bit, and then I can start wrenching away. Get the foot pegs. Yep. So I'm just gonna continue on this right now, and then we'll start taking stuff apart. Alright, now all you have to do is take out the rear brake light and the license plate holder bracket. Basically all you have to do is there's 2 screws up on top, and then there's 2 screws right down here on the bottom, and then it's a 10mm socket you use. I kind of already got it off, and all you have to do, let me take this last one up, and each one has a washer on it. And then this comes apart. I already disconnected the wiring. Looks like there's 2 wires in there. 2 wires, and looks like there was a ground. It wasn't even soldered right, or wasn't even on. So, so yeah, and you just kind of get those 2 wires right through that little hole right there in the middle. Just kind of push it through. And there's your taillight. Alright, now to take off your turn signals. If you look on the bottom, there's a nut right there. I already took one of the sides off, and I was screwing the nut with I believe it's a 13mm socket, and it just would turn, but it wouldn't loosen. So I'm like, oh, that's probably a nut on the inside of the turn signal, and I was right. So I just had to take off the plastic housing, and here, I'll show you on this one. It's easier. Here it is, and then here's without the plastic housing, and you could see the nut right there, and sticking out. Little tiny nut in there. Yeah, so basically you just unscrew that and they pop right out. It's really easy. While I was doing that, I also disconnected all of the rear wiring for the turn signal and brake lights, so you can see it's all disconnected. And it's easy. Here's the connections right here. You just snap them apart. They come out pretty easily. So yeah, so I'm just going to get on the other side and take that turn signal, and then I'll move on to something else. Alright, now I'm taking off the back fender. It's just 2 screws right here, and also the 2 screws that hold on each turn signals holds the back fender on. So I already got the 2 screws taken off for the turn signals, and I have this other screw out, so I'm just getting this last one. Pop right off. There it goes. There's the back fender. Alright, that's all. Here's, I got a pile going for the selling pile. This is all the stuff I'm going to sell on eBay or Craigslist or whatever. Because I'm not going to reuse any of these parts. So, there you go. Alright, now I'm taking out this plastic piece underneath the fender. I think it's just for the mud doesn't flap up under the seat, getting to your electrical and all that stuff. It's actually not bolted down anything. You just kind of pull it out. I kind of already got it pulled it out a second ago, and you can see the bracket. Like right here. There's one on each side. Yeah, there's one right there. It kind of just slips and holds in place by itself. So that was really easy to get out. Alright, next I'm taking off the passenger foot pegs. Let's just hold on by a bolt. Just pop it right out. I already loosened it. I already got the other one off. And yeah, it's easy. Next I'm taking off the chain guard. It's just 2 screws. I already got one of the screws off. First one's right here. The next one's right here. And it should slide right out. And there she goes. There's the chain guard. Next I'm taking off the rear brake, the foot lever. Basically it's a 12mm screw, I believe. Yep, 12mm. You just loosen up this bolt right here, and then here's a spring. This is for your electrical, so when you hit your brakes, it knows, so it puts on your rear brake light. So it's just easy, just disconnect that. I already loosened it up. If it doesn't come out, a little trick is to put a little screwdriver in there, kind of pry it open in this little crease right here. If you loosen it, still won't come up, but mine comes out pretty good. And all you gotta do is just pull it out. And there you go. Alright, next I'm taking off the kickstart. It's a 12mm screw, just like the rear brake. Just loosen it up. This one was kind of a pain to get out, so what I do is take a little long flathead screwdriver, kind of put it in there and wiggled it, worked it, and then it just comes free. There you go. Alright, next I'm taking off the foot pegs for the rider. Basically, there's a rod that goes all the way through. It actually also mounts that motor to the frame. So I just take off this nut. There's a washer, and then it just slides out. And then the other side, I already took it off right there. So I just threw the washer nut back on, because I'm not going to take out that rod until I'm ready to take the motor out. So what I'm going to do is just throw this back on there. And that's how you take off the foot pegs. Alright, I already had the gas tank and the seat off and the carbs and the airbox. It's really easy to take those things off. First, to take the tank off, all you do is see this little rubber thing right here. Kind of connects to the frame, and basically it attaches the lip of the gas tank to there, and then it holds. And then the front of the gas tank holds onto these little rubber stoppers on each side. So if you look at the tank over here, this is the lip that the rubber mount goes to. And then for the rubber stoppers in the front, see those 2 lips right there? Yeah, they're right there. So it just hugs right in there. And that's pretty much how the gas tank gets mounted easily. So there's actually no bolts or screws or anything that mounts the tank. For the seat, basically here's the little locking mechanism where you put your key. You turn this here, there's where the key goes right there. And there's a little hole, it locks in there. And the seat's right here. You can see right there is where it locks in. And then right here you got these little rods, and they got little locks on them. You just pull those locks off and push the rods out, and then that's how the seat comes off. Really easy. And then for the side panels for the oil tank and electrical, they just pop right on, right off. So you just gotta pull them right off. They're really easy to take off. The carbs, basically you got the carb boots hooked up, and it just hooks right up to the carbs with the carb boots, and then the air box. There's 2 screws right here. One right there and one on the other side. That's how the air box hooks up. So I'll show a better video when I hook everything together, so you can kind of see how all that goes. But yeah, and they were already off the bike when I got the bike, so I just left them off. So yep, that's how you take those off.